This is my recipe for my Madras chicken curry, and these are the ingredients that I'm going to be using. I've got 2 chicken breasts from my local butcher. That's our homemade Madras curry powder. There is a link to that. It's well worth making. If you decide not to make it, you can always use shop bought. We got turmeric, sugar. This is a Kashmir chili, a Kashmiri. It's slightly milder than the chili, and we'll be using a teaspoon of that. That's the chili, and a teaspoon of Kashmiri. If you want it hotter, add more chili, and if you don't like it so spicy, add more Kashmir. It's entirely up to you, but that's a lovely, lovely flavour and well worth buying. We've got 2 onions, and we've got tomato puree, salt. That's tamarind paste. We'll be putting a little bit of that in, and that is an optional extra. We've got a cinnamon stick, ginger, 5 cloves of garlic, 5 cardamom pods, and we've got some cumin seeds, and we'll be crushing them before we put them into the curry. I put 2 tablespoons full of oil into the pan. Our cinnamon stick goes in, and our 5 cardamom pods. You can see there I've crushed the cumin seeds, but they're not, because they're small, they'll burn, so I will put them in once these start to cook. You can see now the cinnamon stick and the 5 cardamom pods are just starting to cook through now in this oil, and they'll just give some lovely flavour to this, the start of the dish. This is the cumin seeds, and you can see them, I've crushed them, and they're going in. And straight away you get a lovely aroma with them cumin seeds. And be very careful at this stage, because what you don't want to do, you don't want to burn any of the cumin there. You don't want to get any bitterness. But I just feel it now. You can smell it, and you smell that lovely aroma coming up. Once that starts, it's a little bit more. See it there. Right, that's it. Now I've chopped the 2 onions. There they are. So they're going in. So the onions now are cooking through, and I'm trying to get as much colour as I can on those onions. As we always say, colour is flavour. So I've got the garlic and the ginger, and I coarsely chopped them. So the garlic's going in, and the ginger. And the same thing there, I really need to cook these through. Get all that rawness off them. You can see now in here, I've got some lovely colour on our base mix. Leave the cinnamon stick in there, but we got lovely colour, and the garlic and the ginger have all cooked through, and as they're cooking there's a lovely, lovely aroma coming off. So what I got now, these are our spices. So this is the turmeric. Put the turmeric in, and just give that a stir, and we just want a little bit of salt, just a bit. There's our salt going in. That's fine. We just want to mix these through. And straight away, the smell changes. It smells, that smells great. And like I say, we've only just begun. So just getting that all together in through the onions, and get it all mixed together. Right, now this is our Madras. We've already said earlier, this is the homemade. If you haven't got time to make homemade, well, like I say, you can always use shop bought Madras curry powder, but this is well worth it. It really is. Just mix that again, and straight away as that starts to cook, another fantastic aroma coming off this dish. We're just looking to make sure all the onions pick up every last grain of that curry powder. Lovely. Right. We're going to leave, as you can see here, we're going to leave the sugar, because we'll using that later on when we use the tomato puree. Now this is the chili powder, and we've just used 1 teaspoon, and we've got 1 teaspoon of Kashmir chili. like we said earlier, that's milder, but with more of a smokiness. And that's going in, and the same thing now, we'll just turn that heat down there. We don't want to burn any of these lovely spices. We'll just give all that now, put all that together as one. And now we've got a lovely red richness starting to take shape. As that starts to cut through, make sure everything's got a good coating. Now with the chicken, what I've done, I've cubed it, and we've got bite-sized pieces, our usual. So we'll put that in, the chicken, away there. We'll turn the heat back up, and now what we're looking to do is to coat all the chicken with all those lovely spices and our base mix. As you can see now, I've coated all the chicken with all the lovely spices, and now I'm putting some tomato puree in, and that's going. Just turn that up again, mix that all through, and we've got some tamarind paste now. Now we said this earlier, this is an optional extra. This is quite tart, this tamarind, as you can see it there. So we're just putting the drop in. That's fine. That's all we need there. You see it? That's it. I'll drop that and just make sure that's all mixed in. Starting like a lovely red rich colour, really come together. And what we've also got here, that's just with all the other spices, that was just our sugar going in. So just give that a mix through as well. It does, it smells terrific. And this is our water, and all I'm doing with the water, I'm just going to put it in gradually. I'm just starting to release and make that just unthicken everything. And again, with the water, I'll be making a nice gravy, but it depends how thick you want it. As you see, I've loosened all that now. Just want to make sure we don't leave anything up there, we don't need to burn. And we still left that cinnamon stick there, that's still in. We'll just put a drop more in. And again, we'll mix that through. That's sort of the consistency that I want. But again, if you want a more loose sauce, you can add just a bit more water. But we've got to put this right through now again, with all them lovely flavours. As you can see, it's all bubbling up now, quite nicely. And all I need to do now is to cover the dish, turn it right down low, and leave it for 10 to 15 minutes. And then we'll be ready to dish up. As you can see now, the curry's all cooked, and I left that with the lid on for 15 minutes and turned it right down as low as I could. So I'm ready now to dish up. So there we are, I've dished it up, and I've served it with some paratha flatbread and some basmati rice. So that's the dish. That's Brad's chicken Madras curry. Enjoy.